This is OHSU, shaped by leaders, pioneers, and those brave enough to take that first step. We carry the torch and shine a light on what is possible. We are a collaboration of disciplines, listening to one another, learning from each other. The OHSU Urology Residency Training Program is more than an opportunity to gain experience. It's your time to serve with a community of trailblazers and groundbreakers.
So the residents who come into the program, we expect to be ready to work hard, which all of them do. They're all incredibly smart, and I think it's important for them to kind of early to identify what their goals are in terms of when they're done and through residency. And it's not easy. Some people figure out what they want to do towards the end, and some figure it out before they even come to us. But I think it helps to get a sense for what their goals are so that we can align with that to try to help them achieve it.
You know, our goal in training is to turn out, you know, the kind of individual that, you know, is professional, is compassionate, you know, knows how to take care of patients, is competent surgically, and who becomes really a leader in the community and a leader in their healthcare system.
I think the culture of OHSU is what makes it special. OHSU feels like a family, and all of us have our different areas of expertise and areas that we're particularly passionate about, but we all come together and are passionate about training the next generation of urologic leaders, and people who choose to train at OHSU do get a very sort of special experience. They're part of this family.
As a second-year resident, you're taking consults in the night by yourself, and the only person you can call is the attending. And it's the middle of the night, and you're really gonna feel embarrassed about calling about something really stupid. And they're never upset about it. They're really approachable. They're easy to talk to. They're here to teach, and that's fantastic. You know, that's how you get to learn and feel comfortable and get to stretch yourself and grow. And so I think that, and the fact that the residents like each other, and we want to spend time together, and we enjoy working with each other.
One of the biggest reasons we're in academic medicine and not in private practice is that interaction, that teaching environment, the ability to sort of mold and train and teach, you know, the urologists of the future. So, you know, we consider that a big part of what we do, and it's what we like most about our job, honestly.
There are some characteristics of our residents that we really aim to replicate. So we have a very hardworking group of residents that really care both for each other, for their patients, and have a really high level of empathy and compassion, which I think is extremely important in medicine. I'm really proud that we're able to see our residents continue to display that on a daily basis, even during really difficult times, which residency is. But our catchment area extends not just to the state of Oregon, southern Washington, Idaho, Montana, parts of California, even Alaska. So our patients come from all over. That gives our residents access to a high volume of bread and butter urology, but perhaps even more importantly, they get to see a lot of rare diagnoses and surgical procedures.
No, I think the biggest thing is just realizing that I think what really makes our program unique is the balance between surgical experience, educational research experience, in addition to be surrounded by a supportive community. And I think we have a lot of great mentors who will help you succeed in whatever you decide to do. And I think it's really important to identify that early on. So for me, medical illustration was something that I had kind of thought about before residency, and so I was given the opportunity to really allow that area of expertise to grow as a resident in addition to surgical skills.
One of the things that I think is really wonderful is we have a defined mentorship program. So every resident is assigned to a faculty mentor, and we meet with each other regularly. And I think that it's really nice because it affords the opportunity to catch up on a regular basis. You know, a mentorship is sort of a growing and organic process, but it really is important to help people, you know, help figure out where they want to go with their careers, and also to make sure that you're checking in with them in terms of well-being and how they're doing outside of work. So that's something that I think is really special about the program that we've set up.
And what I love about OHSU is that all the tools to be as successful as you want to be as a clinician, as a surgeon, as a researcher, and as a person are all here. And it's, I think, in a very humane environment. And for me personally, that's how I flourish. with high expectations, hard work, but also in a positive environment. And I would characterize OHSU as that.
We get along with each other. We complement each other. We collaborate with each other. We're not in silos.
When I leave OHSU, I'll be able to just take this kind of unique diversity that I've gotten exposed to at OHSU, different thought processes, different ways of looking at pathology, treatment options. I think when I take that to my career, just continually learning and changing and adapting as the field of urology changes and adapts.
There's an intangibility about OHSU that really makes it wonderful. I think we can talk for days about the surgical experience, the people, the research, the clinical volume, but really at the end of the day is what we get out of the program in terms of the intangibles, the feeling of camaraderie when we interact with our residents. It's the feeling of comfort when we're operating with our attendings, knowing that they're there to support us, but they'll also give us independence that we want and we need when we're trying to grow as surgeons. It's a really great place to train, and it's you feel that in and out of the hospital because the people are great.
At some point, it's about the why you do what you do. As much as the how, we do it because we are bold. We do it because someone needs to make the difference. And we know we can make the difference because we already have. We welcome the curious, inspired, and those willing to be bold. What is the difference you want to make? This is OHSU.